Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we'll talk about how we can perform basic mathematical operations in Python. Basically, we will cover how to do addition, how to do subtraction, how to do multiplication, and so on, various mathematical functions using Python programming. Alright, let's do some coding. What I want you all to do is go back to your Jupyter notebook, and you probably already created this folder called Learn Python for Beginners or whatever you called it earlier. So click on that, and inside that, if you have code folder created, then click on that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a new Python file, Python 3, rename this as 0203 arithmetic operations, right? Let's call that, rename. All right, so now let's do some mathematical operation here in Python. The first thing what we can do is addition. Then you can basically do, if you define x equals to 10 and y equals to 5 as the variable, different variable, then you can do, like, for example, result equals to x plus y. That will give you the addition of these two. If you print result and shift enter, see the x plus y equals to 15. You got that, right? All right, let's do some other operations. If you want to do subtraction, then you can again define, let's say you already define x and y, right? But you want to do the subtraction instead of addition, then you can do result equals to x minus y, and if you do print result, then now you can have subtraction of x minus y. It's 10 minus 5 equals to 5. Similarly, for multiplication, you can do, let's define x is equal to 10 and y equals to 10. Then I'm gonna call it multiply result, and then if you do x times y, and if you do print multiply result, then you'll see 10 times 10 equals to 100. So that's how you got the multiplication. And some others you can do is division. For division, you can do, for example, x equals to 10, y equals to 5, and divide result equals to, you can do x divided by y, and then print divide result, and you get the 10 divided by 5 equals 2. And then the next one I'm gonna give an example is exponential or exponentiation. For this one, if you have x equals to 2 and y equals to 3, then your result equals to x times y, and it's gonna give you print result, see 2 to the power of 3 equals to 8, right? So that's what we get. And the other one is something called like modulus. If you have x equals to 10, y equals to 3, and result equals to x, and you use this shift 5 and then y. Now if you print result, then this is gonna give you the remainder, right? When you divide 10 by 3, you have remainder of 1, right? That's what you're gonna get result from using. So let me give you some real world examples. I'm gonna say real world examples. For example, let's say the health related examples, right? In this case, I want to calculate the total heartbeat, right? Total heart rate per minute. Then let's say heart rate equals to 75, right? Let's assume that this is beats per minute, and you have time in minutes equals to 30 minutes, right? You want to calculate in 30 minutes. Now total beats, if you want to calculate total beats, then heart rate multiplied by time minutes, this will give you the total beats in 30 minutes, right? And if you print, and you remember I already taught you about the f string, right? This is formatted string. This is how you can write it. Total heartbeat, bits in let's say time in minutes. It will capture that 30 minutes, right? Minutes is, and we can get the total bits from earlier. And let's close this out, shift enter. So you get like total heartbeats in 30 minutes is 20 to 150. So this is we obtained by multiplying heart rate and then the total time in minutes, right? Similarly, we can do the, for example, finance related example where we want to calculate the annual salary based on monthly salary. Let's see what happens. If you have salary equals to, let's say, 5,000, which is the monthly salary, let's call it monthly, and you want to calculate the annual salary, that would be, you can basically do salary, which is the monthly salary, multiplied by 12, right? 12, that's the annual salary. Then you can print annual salary is something like this, and then use curly bracket, and then you can use annual salary that we defined earlier. If you want, you can also provide the dollar sign here. Close this out with the quotation mark and shift enter. You can see annual salary is 60,000 when you have 5,000 as the monthly salary. That's the example related to the finance. And let's say I'm going to give you another example related to finance with the calculating interest rate in, let's say, x years, right? We want to assume that some years you have principal equals to, let's say, 1,000. This is, let's say, your initial investment in dollar, right? And let's say the interest rate for that is you have 0.05, which is the interest rate. We call it annual interest rate. And then let's say we want to calculate it for 3 years, right? Time in years, x here is the 3 years. Now let's calculate the interest for this one. Total interest would be equals to principal, right? We have the principal multiplied by the rate and then the time in 3 years. Now if you calculate the print, what you can do is interest rest in, maybe we can say earned in whatever the time is. Time, we have that in years, right? We can say years is dollar sign and then interest. And you can get this interest from here. And you can also actually do the formatting right here. Like if you want to do for 2-digit number, then you can do 2f and then curly bracket, and I forget to put f here. Now do the shift enter. All right, so now this is an example when you have the principal interest rate, given interest rate in 3 years. Then if you have $1,000 in a principal, then you can have the total interest earned in three years is $150. All right, that's the example related to the finance. Now let's do one more related to forestry, right? And we want to calculate the maybe tree height in x years. And for that, let's see, tree height now is 30. Let's assume that's in meters, height in meter. And then we also have something called growth rate, which is, let's say, 0.5, right? And growth rate in meters per year, that's the growth rate. Now we want to calculate the total height in, let's say, 10 years. What's the total height? Now we can say future height equals to, you have the tree height, and then how you calculate this is plus what you're gonna have is growth rate times years. Print and what we can say is tree height after years 10. That's from earlier we defined it. Years is future height, and then let's call that's in meters, right? We can say the meters and close this out. It's gonna have a space here, and if I do shift enter, all right, what happened here? Future height is not defined, so we got spelling mistake here. What I can say is future HEIGST should be fine. Tree height after 10 years is 35 meters. So this is how we calculate the tree height in given year. These are some of the examples of how you can use mathematical operations, right, to solve the real world examples. All right, I hope you like this video, and I look forward to you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.